post that one, Teddy.
We're ready.
Yo, usual suspects, what is good? Welcome to another episode of the Monday Midsole, aka technical difficulties sometimes do happen. Nonetheless, we're back, ready to bring you a great show. It's your boys, your co-host Molly Mall, aka I done copped another one, and we got a special guest. Oh, it's Teddy. But first, let's hear for the bearded man.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm a little less bearded than I was before. I had to cut it back. I put on a button-up shirt, and it looked like I was a homeless man, and I had stolen someone's shirt. It looked horrible, and it was sad. But yeah, I'm here. I got one leg still. The shit ain't grown back yet, but I'm still working on
it. What's going on, everybody? It's Buckeye City Soul here, back from Chicago for 2 weeks. Happy to be back. Unfortunately, this week we will not have polos or unboxed. Hopefully they'll be back soon. And we got a special guest, as they mentioned today. I almost got a little confused because Teddy's beard is bigger than Dan. So, Boo Scott, what's good, man? Uh-oh, you're muted. Hold on.
Can you unmute him?
Yeah, you gotta unmute yourself.
He's got to change the mic. Can you just put the headphones in?
Oh,
there you go. Wait,
now
there you go.
I'm just going raw dog. We're no headphones. This is
all right. Hey, that's cool. What's going on, man?
I'm chilling. I am chilling.
Fresh off the night slopes.
No, I actually I was supposed to go to the mountains, and then I got sick on Saturday. So I've like taken it easy, and then I've just had like drama since Saturday. So I'm gonna head up to the mountains after this.
Okay, all right, that's what's up. So man, we always start the show off with the softball. I just want to throw that one in there. But so what got you into sneakers, man?
My parents telling me no, mostly because I was like a kid. The first, like I was just like a kid, and then basically was just like any other kid and was like begging for shoes that my parents weren't going to buy. And then finally, that was just like an admiration for so long. And then finally my dad broke down and bought me a Nike Air. And then it just said Air on it. You know, it didn't even have an air bubble. It just said Air on the back. And that was enough. Like at the time, that was enough. I was like, oh shit. So like my mom bugged out. She's like, we said we weren't going to buy any of this brand name stuff. You know what I mean? But that was like what planted it, just kind of that you're not allowed to have this. You know what I'm saying? So, and then from that point on, it was just like, I was into at that age, I was into everything. So it was just like everywhere, just depend on which area you were in on the playground.
Right. So what pushed you from Nike, where the roots are, it seems like, to Adidas?
Well, I was like a pretty, I had a weird relationship with Nike. So growing up, just like anybody else, like Nike popped off with Jordan to me, that was like what brought it out. And then rocked with Jordan for, like middle school years. But then I got into skateboarding around the time I was 13.
Okay. So
that kind of took me out of the basketball shoe thing and into skateboard shoes, which at the time, Nike and skateboarding was like a no-no. It was just like, these corporations want to be a part of this grassroots thing. Like, no fucking way. We're not letting you guys in. And then Nike got in. They got really good pros on their team. They started coming correct with good models. People started like just rocking the Dunk. It was, and it got super cool in skateboarding. So I was like getting, actually for free, I was a tattooer and I was getting Nike SB for free mostly. I had a friend that was a really good friends with the SB rep for the East Coast, and he owned or worked at a skateboard shop, that had an account. So they were just giving me pairs to tattoo them. So I didn't even really know about like the whole, like the hype behind it. I was just getting pairs. So we were like skating in Jedis and Heinekens and all this shit. Like we didn't have any idea of skating. But then I started getting super into it and collecting it. But then Nike SB just whacked out. Like 6.0 happened. I think anyone that knows like the story, it went from small batch to just like global.
Right.
And I just pretty much stopped buying shoes after that. Like I kind of got at, well, that's not true. I started buying more Air Maxes and 180s for a few years, but then they stopped making the 180. They stopped retroing the 180.
Well, they're back now.
Well, that's been 20 years. But they stopped making that, and then that was pretty much like, and then it started to change. Like the whole culture around it changed because I used to bug out. Like when I would I'd tattoo at the end of the day, and I'd count my money, and then I'd get online and find a shoe to buy. You know, and back then there was no StockX or Goat or any of that stuff. It was like just searching it out on random websites or getting on Nike Talk and finding somebody that had pictures from in the store or whatever. You know, so like.
Yep.
I was super into that aspect of it, and then it just kind of like died out for me because I'd go to New York, and there used to never be a line outside of Supreme or anywhere else that had a shoe, you know. And then I would start waiting in lines, be like, okay, I'll entertain this, and then get yelled at by a girlfriend or two, and then miss the shoe. You know what I mean? And it was like, wait, you don't have my size, like. So it all just kind of changed around me, and then I was just like. Not into it. Like I was just like, all right, fuck this. You know, like I just wasn't into it. And it wasn't like Nike was keeping me. You know, like the models I was into were either gone or getting like played out to a degree that was just like it didn't matter what I had.
Right.
And then life. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say that it was all Nike and that I've never had any fluctuations financially in life and that I was like, no, you know, like I'm not buying. But like at some point, like life happens too. You know, you have to build like a tattoo shop or build, you know, try to make a platform for yourself to stand on, you know, so sometimes you have to put those things away for a little bit.
Yeah, I feel that. So once, you know, the Nike start getting played, like what kind of like where did the Boost God come from? Like
just from trying to, Boost God came from the internet, first and foremost. Like I woke up one day, looked in the mirror, was like, yo, I'm the god of this Boost shit. Everybody's that didn't happen, you know, so like that's just from the internet. Like so essentially the story I just told you about like being kind of super into buying shoes, figure out where I was going to be. I got robbed. I had like all these life, got some like, you know, saw the light basically at the end of the tunnel of like what was going on. And then just bought a pair of shoes. Like I literally just went to LA in a pair of slides, put on Boost, and then was like, oh shit. Like this is like this feels completely different. And it just like, all right, let me buy another pair. And then it was like, okay. And at the time, there wasn't that much, but it started looking stuff up, and I was like, oh, there's all these collabs that I've missed out on. And that just like, it was like literally rediscovering Nike Quick Strike from like 1997 to 2000 or whatever. You know, like it was literally like, oh shit, like there's this kind of small batch, really cool thing. Not a lot of people are into it, and it's super comfortable and has me excited. Like I remember walking to work in my first pair of Ultra Boosts and being like hyped. Like a little kid going to school, like trying to make sure no dirt got on him, like 30-year-old man, you know. I'm like, so it just reawoken like this whole obsession, you know. And then Boost God happened because of that obsession, like me just buying shoes and tweeting. Like I literally just used to get stuff in the mail, and it was the same formula. I would do a tattoo, I'd stand up from doing the tattoo, my bills were paid, I'd be like, oh, this shoe's only $300, I'm gonna buy it.
Right.
And then I'd get maybe 2 or 3 one week, and they'd come all on the same day. So I'd take a picture for Twitter, and I'd just be like, mail day lit with the little fire emoji. And that was literally how it started. Like, and I try to even keep it that way today. I'm not a huge fan of like superposed photos and like really overproduced type stuff. I just like, it's just what I'm doing. Like, and that's how it all started. Like, one kid called me Boost God, and then 2, and then 3, and then, there you go.
Then it stuck. So out of all the Boosts, Ultra Boosts, what's your #1 favorite pair?
I like the Woodwoods the most as far as like an Ultra Boost goes. Like I just, from a design standpoint, you know, like they're all essentially the same, you know, like other than just upper changing. I'm not gonna even pretend. But, so like really, it just comes down to that design of the Woodwood and like the inspiration behind it, all those things. But it's also super hard for me to pick because
there's so many.
There's a room, yeah.
I saw your wall and your floor.
Yeah, it's a little disheveled right now for sure.
So how do you feel about like, I mean, everybody's getting into the collabs. I mean, Nike, Adidas, everybody. Like, how do you feel about collabs?
I think it depends. I think it's like, I don't like when the host, Adidas or Nike, let's just keep it to those two. I don't like when the host is very deliberately trying to steal the juice. You know, I don't like it when they're collabing with someone who already has this humongous name for themselves.
Right.
And then it just kind of comes like, it's down to just like whatever. They could literally fart in a bag and people are like, what's resale like? So that to me, I don't really love, but I like I think collaborations are the best thing that any company does, pretty much hands down. You know, I think once they kind of get a new flavor on what they've built, that's where like all the magic really happens, you know? So I appreciate them. I think that's one thing Adidas does well is just kind of use like smaller sneaker stores. A lot of times you'll hear of a collab. A lot of those consortium tour collabs, most people won't admit it, but they had never heard of those stores before they got announced, you know? And I think that's cool. It kind of helps put different cities on the map, different neighborhoods, small businesses, things like that. So I think that's cool.
Right. So if you could make a collab, who would you like to see like work together?
I don't know. That's hard to say. You're like just like with Adidas or just like
yeah, with general? Adidas, because I mean I would imagine you wouldn't want a Jordan.
No, I want a time machine. And then I go get a Jordan. I don't know. It's hard to say. You know, like I'm a fan of certain things, but like I'm not a fan of a lot of like the quote unquote sneaker stuff. Right. You know, it's like I'm not a huge fan of Supreme or Bape or any of that like big stuff. So to me, I'd probably just pick some random artist, you know, and be like, right. I think it would be cool if Adidas did a Horiyoshi collab, you know, which is a traditional Japanese tattoo artist, you know, but stuff like that would be intriguing to me. It's not going to be one of these like, oh man, I wish they'd do something with A-Life. That'd be cool because it's just, it's kind of more the same, you know?
Yeah, not your deal there.
I love A-Life, by the way, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not dying for a Boost collab.
I feel that. So, like, a lot of people are kind of pulling out of the sneaker con deal, and I think that you were kind of like pushing or pulling back just a little bit. I mean, what's sneaker con look like for you in 2018?
I honestly don't know right now, and it's got nothing to do with anyone at SneakerCon. It's got to do with just like business on my end. Mm-hmm. It's like when I go to SneakerCon, it's like a full-on. First off, I have to preface with the fact that I'm bougie, like super bougie. It's expensive, you know, and then it's like, right. When I bring employees, and then I take those employees out to really nice dinners, and then if you end up buying shoes, and it's like all these things just become super, super expensive after a while. And then even just selling merch, like I don't just like, you know, when I design clothing, it's like I don't just slap something together. There's a lot of thought and work that goes into it. So it's just like, I can't keep up, you know?
Right.
And it just kind of, last year trying to keep up with everything, it just kind of killed me. So I'm not trying to say like I won't show up to any of them, but I'm definitely not going to be at every single one of them. You know what I mean? And I think that SneakerCon in general, not because it's SneakerCon, just like sneaker interest right now is different than it was at the beginning of last year. You know, like,
right.
The economy is different than it was at the beginning of last year. There's a lot of things that go into it, and you know, just kind of play it by ear and see what happens, I guess.
All right. So I watch you on Twitch, and I mean I like the games and everything. So what what pushed you into getting into Twitch, and you know, like what's some advice that you would give to people setting one up? Because I know you were having some issues at the beginning with the technical parts and putting, you know, kind of constructing it.
So what got me into it, I guess there's a couple of things. Partially frustration with YouTube, because there was like a couple of months there where I just like wasn't getting any money whatsoever. So it was like super frustrating, and just, you know, like I don't do it for the money, but at the same time, like I spend a lot of money making the content. So It's just like, people are like, yo, come to Dubai. I'm like, if YouTube would pay me, I could buy a ticket to Dubai. You won't, you know, so it's like, there's a lot of just like that. So super frustrated. And then instead of just kind of bitching about that frustration, I was like, all right, well, what can I do? You know, and I started to talk to people, and then I started to think that nobody was going to just bounce over. Like nobody, like if we all keep doing YouTube and like not changing anything and just giving them content, then nothing was going to change. You know, and so for me, that I'm going to talk to the people at Twitch, and then the people in Twitch who happen to be senior people who happen to watch the channel already were like, hey, we want to work with you as well. So that like helped me make the financial decision to like, all right, let me go drop some, like you guys have faith in me. You're going to partner with me. I'm going to have faith in that I can make this happen. Let me go drop serious stacks on a computer and make it the best that I can. And that's literally it. Like I've just tried to make it as the best that I can. The technical frustration is weekly. Like I literally all today, like now it's all out here. I spent 6 hours, like straight up, no lies, 6 hours today doing like cord management. I thought that I would ever like have to do something like that, you know, but it's just, yeah, I mean, but that was just me trying to split it up. And now I'm not necessarily splitting my time, but I don't want to put all my stuff in one basket either, you know, and
right.
Twitch is also trying to change their platform, you know, trying to change. They don't necessarily want to be seen as just a gamer platform. So, you know, over the next year, I plan on doing a lot more like in real life stuff and like when we're traveling and, you know, trying to set things up differently so that it's just more immersive, kind of like a behind the scenes of the vlog, more to speak, you know?
So do they give you a little bit more freedom than, say, YouTube, or are they pretty much governed the same as far as like...
Yeah, different rules. You know, it's like a different set of rules. I think the difference is that Twitch essentially like spells it all out for you, like do this, don't do that, and you know they don't really mess with your money on it. Whereas, and you're like being supported directly by fans. You know, like they're like, hey, I can subscribe for different tiers of dollar amounts, and I know this money's going to you, or I can tip you guys $20 for lunch because you guys made me laugh, or earn so high you can't walk. You know, you need that. So, like, it's just like, so that part's really cool. And then YouTube's just like so discreet about everything. It's like, I would post videos that would, at first they got demonetized completely. So like for 6 months probably. Then I had to partner with somebody to get them to work on it. So I had to like basically pay somebody to get this fixed to get money even just coming back in. And then it started being where they would demonetize the video, but only for select audiences. But if I would do manual review, they would go ahead and make it okay. But by the time they got to saying it was okay, it already got like the lion's share of the views. And I'm like, crazy. So it was just like frustration and just not being the type of person that's going to like whine about it and not try something else first. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And it's been great. I've had a lot of fun. I mean, I've always like gamed. So being able to do it and like learn how to game on a PC, which I've never done, is cool to me. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, that PUBG is tough. I mean, I play it on the Xbox, and I think it's tough. I can't imagine having to be on the keyboard and. I mean,
I'm gonna conquer it. I'm gonna be at E3 next year. They're gonna see. I'm gonna be like, damn, son.
That's what's up. I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna open it up for Maul and Daniel. I know they're gonna have some questions.
Did I tweet this link? I meant to.
I want to dance with somebody.
You want to feel the heat?
With somebody who loves me. Yeah. So, were you into DCs, ESs, or like what was your skate shoe of choice?
Let's see. I'm gonna try and be as timeline about this as I can. At first, it was Vans because of the cheapness, and that's what my dad would buy. And there were Vans outlets at the beach. And then I was super into Jamie Thomas growing up. So when he basically would go by which skateboarder, you know, so like Jamie got that first shoe with America.
Yeah, America.
Yeah, and then he flipped from America. I think that was to Circa after that.
I know. Did he start with a Toy Machine?
But that's the
then, yeah. I mean, like when he was on Toy Machine, he was my hero.
Yeah, right. Like Welcome to Hell part and all that stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it was really like about skaters, you know. And I was at the mercy of my parents still. It was like, okay, pick up a CCS, you can get whatever you want. So I'd pick, or you can't get whatever you want. You got a $40 budget, and so I'd pick whatever. Like, okay, I've seen that dude's video part. I'll get that shoe because I like it. Who cares about the color? I'll spray paint it if I have to. You know, so like it was whatever. And then once I started working stuff like that, yeah, it was like. E.S. Costins, Sal Barbier, 23s. MC Wraps was like my favorite shoe. When Etnies discontinued the MC Wrap, I almost like probably contemplated suicide as a child, honestly. Like I was just so sad because you could get them for like $20, you know. It was
the
like
DC Boxer was my favorite shoe.
Yep, and then they had the what was the?
Because the DC Boxer looks like a Jordan 4.
I can see it. Yeah, I mean, there's all that stuff is kind of referenced. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, and then there was the Chad Muska had the ES pair. Oh my gosh! So like,
I went from every company. Like, DC wasn't my favorite. It was always like, I don't want to say like the less jockey brands, you know? Like I was into Sheep shoes when they were around at Templeton's company that was around for a little bit.
wow, yeah.
And then the tech just started to get better. It was just like Etnies and Lakai and Nike SB joined in and stuff like that. So
I mean, like, are we going to talk about an all-white Boost midsole?
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to talk about that today? Because is that one of the topics?
whatever you want.
No, I was talking about it to the other guys because I was gonna talk about it now, if not. But I suppose was that on the topics? I can't remember.
No, you're good.
No,
Yes,
not
no.
necessarily.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna bring it up now,
Definitely right.
just to start some trouble. So what's your opinion on everything sitting these days? I clap my hands when I get excited on a topic, Mom.
Adidas, or you got to clarify, Adidas or just shoes in general?
Well, I mean, everything seems to be sitting, but Adidas is sitting for the first time. Like, in my mall, there are EQTs, there are NMDs, there are XR1s, there are Ultra Boosts. There was a topic?
Mm-hmm. They always sat. They always sat. I don't ever remember them not sitting. And that's the thing I think people forget. Like, they sat for so long. They even went on discount. Like, the stuff that's now like $600 to $800, like, went on discount, you know? And so I think it always kind of sat. And there was this really short period that everybody sort of equates to Kanye West. And they're like, Kanye made it popular, where the triple white Ultra Boost was sold out all the time, you know? And then they kind of moved it from 1.0 to 2.0. And 2.0 white sort of restocked a million times. And everybody was just kind of like, okay, we were all trying to figure out, like, are these going to stock all the time, or are these not going to stock? Like, I need to worry about this, or can I go to work? And I think it just shifted as a lot of things changed. Like, Adidas was figuring out, like, okay, people want more of this. There's timelines in production. You know, things take time to come on, you know, to them. And I think it just caught up, you know, and I don't think it was ever meant to be this limited, crazy, like, let's make everyone who wants to resell a shoe $1,000. I think that resellers got super greedy, and they were expecting like Yeezy money, like every time, like $350 Pirate Black Turtle Dove money, and it's just not realistic. It's a bubble, and that bubble popped because why would you, if you were producing shoes, why would you let other people in the middle make more money than you're even making? You wouldn't, you know what I mean? So that's valid.
The market
just caught up, you know, but it also doesn't bother me. Like, I think that the biggest thing that the shoe game is missing is like personal decisions, you know, like being able to walk into the mall and be like, okay, there's 6 pairs of Ultra Boosts to pick from. I've heard people say that these are really comfortable. Okay, now which color do I like? Instead of like, which color is the Weeknd wearing? Like, who cares? Like, who cares? You know, and that's the part to me that's just like, that doesn't bother me. Like, I've never been the type that's like, hey, that's sold out. I'm cool because it's sold out and I got it. I mean, I'm not on some Tickle Me Elmo shit, you know?
I love Tickle Me Elmo.
But it's hard to do back in the day.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah, that's a topic on the list. Like, I forgot.
Yeah, but I think
that's all right. We can always circle back if we need to dive deeper into that. I did want to go over a user question here. Let me scroll back up and see if I can find it. It's just on it, but it probably expired. Basically, the synopsis of it was kind of your opinion with Nike making the big push. They had the Grammys last week, all Nike, the Prestos, the Off-Whites, etc., and kind of like the pressure that Adidas may be experiencing now that Nike and Jumpman are
perspective. Because from where I sit, it looks like almost desperate.
Ooh.
Like, The Justin Timberlake thing last night is not a good look. I don't care who you are.
Like, I have to look to what sense. Oh, I don't care about the outfit.
Well, but the outfit.
I don't care about the performance. I didn't care about anything.
I know, but like that's the way it's flexed. Like it's got him putting the shoe on, and like everybody's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, to me, it's like the picture of let's just say Jordan, or let's just say Kanye West walking down the street in a black Cement 3. Different emotional response in me when I see Justin Timberlake getting ready for a kind of this bootleg country concert at the Super Bowl. So to me, that's a weird look. Same thing with Bruno Mars. Like putting it on Bruno. I'm not a Bruno Mars fan. I was not aware on the internet before last week or however long ago it was. There were so many Bruno Mars fans. I'm not aware. But to me, I was like, okay, that's weird as well. Like it just looks like placement to me. And I'm not at it. It's weird when Eminem wears a Sashiko NMD to do his performance. Like it's very strange to me. But I think Nike is playing its strongest hand that it could ever possibly play right now, this year, this next like 3 months. And I think that's because Nike's been scared the last couple of years. And that they're just like reminding everybody like, hey, we're still here.
Interesting. Now, it kind of does bleed into one of our topics. So we'll go in depth a little bit later, but I definitely wanted to. It was asked like in the very beginning of the chat.
Real quick, John Feinstein says y'all can keep buying shoes from 20 years ago that fuck your feet up. Well, joke's on you. I only have 1 foot, so.
And I mean, Boost has a shelf life as well, so.
I mean, I'm
270 pounds. I'd be flattening the fuck out of some Boost.
Yeah.
That's why we gotta get a bunch.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, at this point, do you have any Adidas, Dan?
1 pair. I have my dad's shoes.
You don't have the Bape NMDs?
Okay.
No.
Those are on the way.
No, that was that other one-legged dude.
Yeah.
And the blades.
He had the blade, like.
Yeah, the blades. Yeah,
the only Adidas I ever had were I had a couple pair of XR1s. I got rid of those. I had 1 pair of NMD. And I had a bunch of Yeezys, but I was able to move those and get like grails, like shoes I wanted, like Don C2s and Big Apple LeBron 7s, and shoes that were like I would never get otherwise. And I jumped out of the Yeezy market at the right damn time. I got a G for some used.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Good. Everything is kind of sinking now. Like even the Zebras, I sold them used for $5, like, and now they're at like $350. So, yeah, your neighborhood candy cap kid. Hey, me too.
Hey,
so like, I don't know. I have that 1 pair of Adidas, and when I'm out doing my dad shit and I want to be comfortable, I do wear that pair. But when I'm trying to stun on hoes, I got my J's on.
Kind of stunning.
I have a couple, man. I'll just throw them on. It's a great weekend shoe when I know I gotta run around. Like I had to get a car. Was that Martin Luther King weekend? But the whole weekend I was in Boost. Traveling, you already know the Yeezy is the airline.
Yeah, that used to be my travel shoe when I was flying and shit. I would definitely rock out on the Yeezys, but. Again, if I can get rid of a shoe that I've worn a couple times or a bunch of times and get a shoe that I love, that I look at and I'm like, oh, like I get a little chubby when I'm holding it. Like I'm cool with that. Like fuck this shoe, like I don't care. Shake your head. I mean, like it is what it is. It might actually get that yellow $sign.
Listen, bro, we risk.
What's that?
It's on me. It's my fault. I'm sorry.
I'm lost.
That's why we don't read anymore.
So, keep it chugging.
No, last question here is actually that we were, kind of throwing around before. Ultra Boost 1 through 4, which is your favorite and why?
I mean, I like them all for different reasons. I haven't had time to really decide what I love about, if I love it more, It's definitely a different fit. Some people haven't realized that yet or say there's no difference. Completely different to me. But I appreciate them all. I like 1.0 pattern. I think everybody agrees the 1.0 pattern is the nicest looking pattern. It was gradient colors just look super cool to me, and almost like that they would have come out in 2020. Like some of them just look super weird and crazy, which I like. And then 3.0 is just more comfortable. You know, like 3.0 is where it gets like photo mapped, and the upper is just so movable with your foot, and it's just complete different. But I like them all for different reasons, I guess.
Don't dip in my Kool-Aid if you don't know the flavor. I love all Kool-Aid. I'll dip in whatever Kool-Aid I want.
Lord of mercy.
Anyway,
Sand Vipers.
A lot of mercy.
Versus Big Baller Brand.
Ew. Sand Vipers are the worst thing ever.
Yes, please stop.
Have you ever seen Sand Vipers?
I don't think so.
Oh, good.
They're horrible.
You were blessed. You were truly
Shoot.
Oh,
I think it's made for. Real honestly. Anyway, so hey, Maul, what's coming out?
No, we got pickups first.
Oh, we got pickups. Well, I mean, like I thought. Yeah, go ahead.
No, we can figure out what's coming out. I'm ready. I'm Polo. Shade.
Oh, you ready? All right, let me.
Because I thought, I thought that Pino was supposed to be doing this, and he's.
I know, man. Pino's definitely he's in the chat. You know.
Yeah, I know. I see him.
But yeah, Pino, man, what's up, man? We need the weather report. But what up, squad?
Look at LeBron.
This week's.
Oh, Pino's in the chat.
Yeah.
Nice. Tell him to unblock me for being wrong about that custom shoe that never came out, just because I told him it wasn't a custom.
He is.
We all gotta admit when we're wrong sometimes. So I'm gonna use my little space right here to just be like, just admit.
Pino, you heard it.
Pino, you heard him.
Oh, he heard. What's going on with LeBron and the Sprite right there?
Oh no, he got that Dennis Eckersley, Dave Stewart mix.
That is intense.
Less Sprite commercials and a little bit more player-only meetings. Let's get that squad.
I love LeBron. It's great.
Yes, that's Brown.
He about to go to play baseball too?
Oh, I mean, that's the only thing left on the bucket list, right?
What if instead of trading teams, he's going to play baseball and just flip it on everybody?
Yeah, pull his Jordan.
He would have to.
Yeah, well, like, I want to compare me to Jordan. What if he fucking goes to baseball and beats Jordan's record in baseball?
It wouldn't be hard.
That was yeah, seriously. Conspiracy theory.
I think Jordan played for minor one.
Oh no,
he played pro.
No, he played for the Barons. I don't think he ever made it to Chicago.
He never had a single pro game.
I don't think
no,
so.
I got his baseball card though.
I thought he did. That's weird.
I think he was under. I think the Barons are under the best minor league team.
Yeah.
Double A, single A.
Double.
Yeah.
Double. Right.
College.
Air Force.
We got more Nike Air Forces here. All right, Dan, you need to mute yourself so we can get to this. Nike Air Force 1 low Lunar New Year.
Trash.
We've got this weird KD10 grade school foam posit.
Trash.
Yeah, the Jordan 8 Valentine's Day, which I want.
That's
12, please, thank.
That's crap.
Yeah, me too.
That's crap.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Bro,
I'm good.
Valentine's Day shoes. Somebody fucking shoot me.
I'm getting that shoe. I'm just gonna let you know. That's an all red 8.
I'm starting them O's.
Yep, you're goddamn right.
No, that's a must.
They come with a tampon.
Yeah. That shit come with a fucking gift certificate to Applebee's.
I can hate all you want.
Steak and BJ Day.
I love Applebee's too, man. I fuck up some Applebee's right now.
They still have them open? Oh, they were done.
There's one down the street here.
Applebee's? I don't think Applebee's will ever die, man.
Ours are pretty much all closed up.
All right, this is the second dopest release of the week. You got the Nike Air Force 1 low, New York City's bravest.
Trash.
FDNY colors. Oh, you can't call New York City's bravest trash. Come on.
I'm not calling them trash. I'm calling them shoes.
Mm-hmm. Nike Air Max 98 triple white.
Hey, this is for a week?
Yeah,
man.
I'm not playing with y'all right now.
No, this is every week.
New, though. Nike's got a bunch of stuff that just comes out.
Yeah.
It's a kitchen sink.
I'm not even gonna lie. There's some things on here I didn't even know were coming out and probably won't be coming out.
Like that.
This is Air Jordan 10 grade school. This fuchsia blast. Dan, that's all you, bro.
You got me fucked up.
It looks like they tried to make the DB12 into a 10.
Oh, yeah.
Lightweight.
Kind of. I don't know what that is. I haven't seen that on the radar at all.
What's that?
The
Nike
Force?
Air Force 270 Phantom.
I don't like.
I like this one.
Do you
I
really?
like this one. Yeah, I do.
Really? Okay. I mean,
I can't mess with those.
Okay.
Those look like they want to be triple S's almost in the midsole area, but with the bubble.
What?
I don't know. I don't like that.
I can't mess with those.
We're like Marty McDontfly on that one.
I cannot mess with those. Not even a little bit.
I cannot get jiggy with those.
I'm like, so here's the reality: is I'm not gonna buy them because I'm not gonna waste my money on them because I want this. There's so much other things I want.
Exactly.
But I do like that shoe. I like the bubble on it.
They'll be available for you at the outlet.
I will be there to pick it up when it is $79.99.
I would never buy that shoe. Who are you lying to?
You're probably right.
Never ever buy it. You say you like it, you would never even think twice about that.
You wouldn't wear those if like Champ send those to you. You wear them once for a picture.
I mean, in that case, that's a totally different story.
No, you wouldn't wear them either.
I wear free.
Nah.
There's like a stormtrooper issued workout shoe. Like once you leave the pod, you gotta put those on to go work out.
I don't know what the hell's going on with those.
It's just like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and knock this roof off for you.
I just want to know how that made it through production. Like, who signed off and said this was a good shoe to produce?
It kind of looks like if you look at that new Adidas POD, they look the same.
There's a lot of parity.
Yeah.
The PG?
Yeah, this is the release
like
of
that.
the week right here.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't like those, man. I don't like them. And the only thing that's selling those are the fact that the tongue lights up. And I mean, like, you can get light up. You can get some LA Gears. You don't need those. I don't like the shoe, though. I think the shoe is... First one's better.
I didn't know about the light up part, but I think that's the nicest looking shoe that I've seen from Nike in a while.
I like the
I like those a lot.
I can't.
Are there any Adidas coming out that we know of?
Well, I mean, you would know, right, Ted?
Me? You're asking me?
I'm asking you.
Yeah.
If there's any Adidas that are coming out, I mean, this is so collector. I didn't see much in the Adidas.
There's plenty of stuff coming out. What are you talking about? There's
all
all the
no, this week.
Oh, this week. I don't really know, actually.
And then last but not least, Didi wanted me to let people know that these were coming out. I think she said the 15th of February. Them
hoes ugly.
These
Man,
are the Ewings.
Them things look like donkey hoofs.
They look like
Some snow boots.
I mean, I like all red. I like all red shoes, and if I were to get a pair, like it would be all red. But man, I just don't. These look like you wear them on your hands.
No, that looks like a shoe that belongs on the Foot Clan for sure.
But I mean, maybe there are some people in the usual suspects that like Ewings.
There are.
I mean,
Who likes you?
The 90s are coming back, I guess.
Patrick coming back.
Oh, the 90s. The Jinko jeans are coming back, and you're gonna have to wear those.
Nah, I'm fucking with those before I go Jinko. Fuck all that noise.
It's a menace.
What is going on in the chat right now? Good lord.
I can't even see.
Ewings are dope. Fuck no, baby.
Steph says, "Calm your tits" is a nice way of saying "shut the fuck up."
To who?
Somebody named Danny. I don't know.
Or David.
Or so, I don't know. There's some people throwing down. It's usual suspects. Stuff,
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go.
Did we get down in the usual suspects?
Going down.
Yeah, it is. Meet me in the chat.
Anyways, Dan, what'd you pick up, bro? I know you got like a million things over there.
I've got one, and one shoe, and it's another Kyrie 4.
You bum.
It's the Chinese New Year.
You got the whole side of that shoe, dog.
I got the what? The homeless side?
His grandma got the whole of the side of that shoe.
Yeah, it's cool though. I like it. I really like it. Like,
hello.
Yeah, it's dope. I got a little bubble gum on it. It'll be alright.
Oh, you
already fucked him up.
No, I haven't taken an on-foot pick in like a week.
But you already rocked them those. Gotcha. Good for you. Gav, what you got, bro? You in the basement?
I got Levi's, Jordan 4.
Nope.
Finally, after being in Chicago, then I'll show you some trash ones. I got these. I mean, I like them. I got them for like $100.
You gonna rock the Ewings, dog?
I got them for $100. I like these better than Ewings. These are better. Anyways, shout out to City Gear for the Calabasas.
Calabasas.
Reebok?
Yeah, it's a Reebok. Is it the workout?
Yeah.
Whatever. But I feel like City Gear is holding me down with the classic Reebok. Then I got these. These were like on sale at SNS.
Bro, you just had mad impulse purchases.
But no, I like these are comfortable though.
That's the knit one?
Yeah, these are the fly knit. They were what the hell is this? I don't know. We're gonna talk about that. Then I got the Grandma Sweater 6.
Oh Lord, I don't know use Grandma without.
See, I got the same flower as Kyrie.
Oh yeah, that flower's dope.
And then I caught these.
What's going on?
Damn, son, it's down this week.
You've been away for a little bit too.
Yeah. So I got the Flint 13s. I've been waiting for these forever. Nike was playing around and got a deal I couldn't refuse. So that's I think that's it. I got the with the Russ Westbrook 31s. So I don't know if I showed those or not. So I didn't bring them out. But that's it.
So Danny Cabrera says, I like shitty shoes for a guy with 1 foot.
Yeah, we can go 0 to 100 real quick, bro.
It's cool. Let him ride out, man. I don't like. It's fun.
That's all right.
People in the chat are having fun.
I hope you sleep well. I hope you sleep well tonight.
Yeah, doesn't bother me.
Yeah, you and your boyfriend.
Yeah.
We give it to you extra tough tonight. Long dick style.
Ma, what you got?
Keyboard Thugs. I also have that Kyrie 4.
Which is dope.
Yes. So I went on an app, undisclosed app, and purchased these since I didn't want to take the risk of them not coming out stateside. And then I also got these.
You need 2 fingerprints.
God damn, he got the bank teller.
I had to press that one down pretty hard. Yeah. So these are the Under Armour hovers, the Phantom, the all red pair.
Oh, that's weird. That's like an Ultra Boost mid to me. That's strange.
I don't know. I've never seen anything like this before.
That's strange. It's tough though. I do like that pair. I do like it.
No, it's sick. And I got the white pair, the Sonic pair, the lows.
It comes in that crazy little alien box.
Well, this is the media pack, so
okay.
Help me down with
They all come like that. They fucking saw y'all coming. Put in a crazy box.
Anyways, sounds like a little bit of like craft.
I don't have any hovering boxes this week.
No hover boxes. That's all good.
I don't know. This week, is it only count like what's today? Today's Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
So what you got last week?
Yeah, I got the last week.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what y'all were going through, like what you got last week.
Right.
Oh, bro, we gotta go into the shoe room then. Hold on.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
I have to even think about this. So, all right, let's see here. Well, the shoes on my feet I got last week, so that's the
Dope. Y3.
Y3. I can't remember the name of it. Psychos is what they're called. And then, bro, I have no idea. I got so many shoes off this week. I got the 5th anniversary Ultra Boost, which I can't find on my floor. My floor is in shambles, in case no one saw.
Jesus.
This is what we're working with right now. So, this might not even work. I don't know. I got the 5th anniversary.
Oh shit! What happened?
What do you mean?
Did it all fall?
Nah, it's just like my life. I'm gonna just throw some shoes on and then come out, and then, you know, it is what it is. I got these, the 4.0 black Ultra Boost. That was got. And then I don't really know. I don't think there's.
There he is.
I bought shoes last week, but I don't remember everything that was there. Oh, the BYW. That's like the big one. That's the big shoe of the. I gotta find it. Because that's like the really, really big one. I'll find it in a minute. We can keep going.
All right. So. All right. So what else? What's next? Is it the Gap? Is it time for the Gap? Because that's my favorite part of the show.
All right. Before we get to the Gap, we'll talk about one of our sponsors. If I can find it. 8-9. Make sure y'all get some of that 8-9 shit. And the
get you some of that big grig.
Yeah, the link is in the bio. Is it good? Let me know. I don't know. So here we go.
We are a hot mess.
A little bit today.
Oh wow.
Wait, we can smoke on here?
You can do whatever you want.
Now you tell me. That's something wrong with the joint. Oh, I'll take it back.
Welcome to the G.A.P, my friends.
Welcome. Sorry, I was writing stuff down. Welcome to the G.A.P. It's gas, ass, or pastime. So it's your favorite part of the show. It's my favorite part of the show because I get to do the most talking. So welcome to the G.A.P. Here's the rules of the game. Gas gets you 2 points. Ass gets you no points. Pass gets you 1 point. So everybody's sending a shoe over to Buckeye, and he put it in this nice fancy shit for us, and it's going to be awesome. And the theme for this week's G.A.P is packs. So 2 packs. All right. So, you know, Blue Sky had to choose something just a tad different. So Teddy got, they didn't come in a pack, but they came the same place, and it was a collab with Adidas. So, but yeah, so that's what's going down. Did I miss anything? I feel like I missed something.
You got it. As erratic as it was.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've only had a cup of coffee to eat today.
Cup of coffee to
water.
eat. Wow.
That is probably one of the few times you see Dan with a bottle of water. Normally it's like Dr. Pepper or Coca-Cola. Must be on a diet.
Well, I'm trying some new shit. I'm at 270 pounds. I'm damn near pushing 300. So
Get loaded.
you know,
I had a lot of coffee today.
Pushing, dragging, it's all the same.
And he wants me to pick his ass.
And also, shout out to my daughter. This marker smells like fucking Fruit Loops, like straight up. Anyway, whose shit is this?
It's mine.
I mean,
go.
All right. This is mine. It was my idea to have the packs, and I thought that this pack was probably the best balanced as far as heat. So I went with the Bread 11, which is a lot of people's favorite Jordan, and then I went with the Taxi 12. I think that out of all the packs, you know, there's a big difference in one or the other as far as the way that people like. You know, they'll like the one pair, and then the other one's kind of like, eh. So I think both of these kind of stand up. So they are a gas for me.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So that's 2 points for Kev right there. Boom, boom. All right. So for me, these are dope. This because the 12s really, I like the 12s better than I do the 11s, and I don't have those, and I want them so bad. Like I want that so bad. So yeah, this is a gas for me.
yep, these are super gas for me. The playoff 11 is actually probably my favorite 11, even more so than the Concord. That's my beater, Dan. You know I wear that thing everywhere. Rain, shine, snow, sleet, doesn't matter. The 12s are okay. Like you said, it does have a good balance in terms of what the packs are. You're not getting, you know, a Spizike or 29 or 32. You're getting an actual dope shoe. So this is, in fact, one of the better packs.
All right. Boom, boom.
Gas.
Teddy.
Boost.
I don't even know what shoe we're talking about.
Oh, you can't see.
Oh, he's not on YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. So it's the Jordan 11,
Hold on for a second.
all black upper with a red
The bread.
sole. The bread 11.
Jordan 11 bread, like a. Hold on.
The playoff, man. Stop calling bread.
I have another here. Jordan.
Yeah, playoff 11s.
Jordan 11 playoffs is what we're looking at.
Yep.
Let's take a look here on the mainframe. Oh yeah, that's a pass. That is a pass.
And then it also the pack also comes with
Patent
the
leather. It's got patent
Yeah,
leather.
Are
It
you
does
kidding?
have patent leather. Oh, that's the pack.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Right here.
Oh yeah, that's a hard pass. I'm not. Patent leather is bad. There's no Jordan. I'm just going to preface. There's no Jordan that came out after the 7
Wow.
that would even come close to being anywhere near my body.
Wow.
Go ahead and put that.
Okay.
Yeah, I need a little cup of water. Thank you.
All right,
so and the comment section was definitely a gas.
It's like a moment of silence for the
pass or gas. Hold on.
Wait, what is it?
A gas.
Gas.
Gas
is dope.
I'm happy about.
2 points. Pass.
Gas is like fire.
Pass
is like nah.
And then ass is just like it's straight doo doo.
Yeah, this is garbage.
Oh yeah, it's straight doo doo. That's fucking 11 right
wow,
there.
it's a lot of feelings.
All right, so Kev walks away with 10 points. It's cool though to have somebody who's different on the show, like somebody who's like, oh, this is different.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Ma, you gonna stop sharing that screen, or?
That's a good word for ass.
I'm gonna keep it up because when the next shoe comes on, I guess I can.
Oh no, that's cool. Okay, all right.
I'll unshare.
So what's next?
That's small.
All right, it's mine. Very similar. There's a Jordan 11, which also has patent leather. This was one of the original packs that I can think of. One of the shoes one of the first shoes that I camped for. And I was sitting outside my local mall. I was in college, as a matter of fact. I woke up probably like 3 in the morning, jumped to the whip, went to the mall, hung out in the car for like a couple hours. People started crowding by the door. And right around the time when they let the mall walkers come in, people were sick. They were trying to, squeeze in there. So I saw what was happening, got up. I still had a lot of speed back then, and pretty much just made a dash to the finish line. And I ended up being like maybe 4th person in line. And the only people ahead of me were the people who got in with the people who worked there. So this pack is sitting in my room, still dead stock. I got 2 pairs because I actually got my brother a pair and wore his. That being said, these are super dope. Defining Moments pack, the 6, so the black upper with the gold hits, and then basically the Concord with the gold hits. So, Teddy, you're gonna like these.
Yep. All right, so boom, Molly Mall gives it the gas. The comment section's already gassing it out. So, Kev,
I'm gonna gas it. I mean, now the 6s aren't my favorite, and I like the 11s a lot better than the 6, so it doesn't have that balance. But I mean, just on the strength of the 11, I'll gas it.
Dope. All right. I hate the 6. I really do. I don't like that particular one, but the 11 is too dope to not like, so it's gas. But I feel like all these packs are gonna get gas from us, so it's a good thing Teddy's here to fuck it up. All right, so Mark, can you pull this one up?
Yeah, I'm trying to find this image. What the hell?
I don't know.
My kids are about to get their ass.
Uh-oh.
Well then,
He'll be
while he
back.
goes to whoop some ass. Here we go.
This is all the stuff that like I'm saying, like when we moved from Jordans into skateboarding, it was super easy too, because this was all the stuff that just turned me off. Like when I look at stuff like this, I feel like anyone can see like how thin down runners and stuff like that became popular. It's just like such a grandstand of a shoe. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not trying to say they're not like well put together and well designed. Like never taking away from that, but it's just so much shit going on, you know? And like, I don't think there's a patent leather shoe in the world that I like. So there's that. Like, first off, patent leather is a murder shoe. First, second, I just don't like the way patent leather looks. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like it. It looks like the steps in oil, or it's wearing like a little half condom or something. It's weird.
Don't you have those like super bright Ultra Boost with the yellow? I don't know. They're like they're not the Be True, but the Pride Parade one.
Yeah, I have those. They have
they have a shit ton going on that shoe.
What are you talking about? There's a couple of other circles on the heel cup.
I mean, it's just a lot of shoe.
That thing has there's like different panels of suede. There's like a spoiler on the back of the one. There's
the 6.
There's like the patent leather little oval that goes. It's just like there's so much. It's like a fancy hotel for a shoe.
I thought you were bougie.
Yeah.
It's like not like patent leather.
It's just too clunk. It's too much. You know what I mean? It's like
that was for Jordan's requests. You know, get a little extra.
So is that an ass?
Is that an ass?
Well, we're back to the doo-doo.
Okay. And the chat gave it the gas as well, so that's the same score.
Chat is I don't know the word.
It's the usual suspects. There's a lot of Nike heads. But there are a lot of you do happen to bring a lot of
there you go. This is for Danny.
Interesting commenters.
Nice. Yeah. Any death threats yet?
No, but I've definitely been made fun of already for bad taste in shoes. They should see my jeans. Like,
oh yeah, they haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, my Old Navy jeans.
And that's why he rocks shorts in the winter.
Hey, the guy that just put out all the Snow Beach stuff is the same guy that made the Old Navy thing happen. So, just tell them that. They don't know that shit.
Dope. All right, so here are these. Here are these.
I don't know what they are. You're going to have to give me the name.
Does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, these are the Soul Box Packer.
For me.
Yeah, Adidas Consortium.
Yeah, the Soulbox. Right. Yeah, the Soulbox Packer mid.
All right, so hype your shoe.
Oh my god.
You gotta sell it.
Hold on. Oh, I have to sell why I like it.
Yeah.
Explain the shoe.
So, yes. Is there a picture of it up? No, there's not.
I'm fair. I'm fair.
Oh, these. Yeah, this is
it, right?
This is what I like. So I like these two because just of the thought that went into the shoe. Both shoes have so both shoes represent the ocean and then basically continental divide. And one shoe is the darkness of the depths of the ocean coming up into the top. And then that's just pretty much the entire collaboration. So I just appreciate the thought that went into those shoes. And that was, Packers being here and then Soulbox being on the other, in between those two divides is cool to me. So that's just really why I like it. And then the Ultra Boost Mid is probably the most comfortable shoe that's ever been made. And then I really like the tooling that they did on the Energy Boost. Because a lot of the early Energy Boost I don't love, but the materials on that one make it a better feeling shoe. So that's why I like it.
All right. So that's gas. Boom for you. Yeah. All right. So, Kev, I want to see what you have to say.
Let me.
Eating my prunes, waiting for Kid to show up for his bachelor party. I'm watching that ass.
I'm watching that ass.
Go in.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask these. I don't. They're just not my style. I mean, it's just the difference. I mean, I have some Ultra Boosts that I never wear, and I wouldn't wear these. I don't think the colors are bad or anything. I don't think they look weird, but I wouldn't buy them, and I'm sure that they're probably well out of the price range because they look like they would be something that everybody would be after. That
they actually went on sale. They sat.
Really?
Yeah. It was it was during November where Adidas basically dropped everything under the sun, but they sat. They went on. I'm pretty sure some people got them for $116 or some shit, which is crazy. So,
Were they a pack or were they separate?
No, they just came out the same day.
Separate, because Adidas doesn't rip you off like that. They don't make you. So you got to choose. Yeah. They don't do it yet. I'm sure eventually,
100%.
Yeah, you'll get the pop-up box Molly got with the.
Yeah, if there wasn't smoke coming out of that box, that was a missed opportunity.
All right, Ma.
I like these. Now, will I wear them? Can I wear them? I'm not sure about that. But the one on the right, I like a lot more. I just wish it was the regular Ultra Boost and not that little socky thing. But I'll gas them. I do like them. If they were available, I'd cop.
Nice. I'm gonna hook you. I'm gonna get you.
And you ain't never met Martin Luther King. Not the way I see you did.
That's gonna fuck me up because it's gonna sound like I'm I also want a pair too. So.
Hashtag me too.
yeah. Hashtag same. I can't use the me too, man. I unfortunately I have yet to be sexually assaulted. I keep waiting.
We've all been there.
It doesn't happen yet. So
mercy.
The ones on the right, the I don't know.
Maybe it's the black or gray pair. We'll know what you're talking about.
The black pair with the sock thing. I can't do it because of the fake leg.
Oh, because of the sock.
Yeah, because it would literally look like, you know how the sock kind of droops down when you're not wearing it. It would look like that all the time.
You can tuck it in.
Ew. No, it just looks like I mean, like that's like tucking. I feel like that's like tucking your pants in, like all the way around. But like, I just couldn't pull that pair off. But I do really, really like the pair on the left, or the gray pair. And I didn't know about the like going from the abyssal zone to the other zones of the ocean. I think that's really dope. So I'll gas these because they're cool. I'm gonna be real honest with you. The usual suspects gave you all kinds of ass.
Because
just
that is our group, and y'all sold out. Y'all sold us out.
It's tribal.
There is some gas. There's some gas in there.
No, this pair is dope.
I'm gonna hold y'all down because these guys,
Chill.
But there's some ass. There's some ass in there. So
there's some significant ass.
Teddy, I mean, you did a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. There's 6.
Yeah, this is a good pair. The one on the right, I really like.
I like the one on the left. So, hey, me and you wear about the same size. So let's go in half on this, and I'll wear those will be my new dad shoes.
You don't gotta go half. It's not a pack.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I'll just buy them by myself.
Well,
it's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I mean, dinner, motherfucker. I got shit to do later. All right, so I'm unprofessional.
You gotta drink all those bottles.
Yeah, you see what you can do? You can do this. You know what I mean? There's a little image. And then...
Yeah, I'm not doing all that. So, Atmos is gas. The 3 is ass. God, I don't like people that don't like 3s. Anyway, so for me, you get nothing. It's my favorite colorway. So anyway, this is the Atmos pack. Now, it's not the 3 that we wanted, but it's the 3 that we got. So on some Dark Knight shit. And actually in hand, it looks really dope. It's got the Nike on the tail, so that's awesome. I'm a sucker for that. And I don't know what's happening over there. And the Atmos one, the Air Max 1 that came with it is super dope. The fact that it's in the pack, the Jumpman is on the bottom of the deal. It's all Nike branding on the 3. It's dope. It's my jam. And Molly, you are a damn lie.
A lie?
Yeah, if you could get this, you would buy it. Anyway.
Because I really want the damn Air Maxes, but
all right.
Outside of
that. It's a gas for me. Kev, what you got?
Somebody mad, son.
I only like the 3. I'm not a big fan of the Air Max, but like I said, I mean, I like the 3 enough to gas it because I'd probably buy the pack just to get the 3. So I'll gas it.
Yes. No.
I'm not saying I don't have the 3 on the way.
No.
Because they might be.
Oh, really? So you gas it? Nope.
Yeah.
All right. Maul?
It's a pass, bro.
Bitch, come on.
It's a pass.
Let's go over here.
Listen,
You and me.
No, not about the price.
I just
No,
want to
goddamn
say.
shoe.
I'm just saying in general. I don't like this 3. This 3 is horrible.
I'm glad you came along.
This 3 is horrible. It looks like it's got like leprosy. Like this is terrible. It's a leprosy.
Your tongue has leprosy right now
Don't say
from
that.
all the lies.
This is
vomiting.
dope. This is dope. And like you said, they clearly could have made this really, really sick, but they chose not to. They wanted to go in the other direction. Safari look. And I don't like it. I just don't like it. The fact that there's a different animal print on the 3 bothers me. So,
right, but it's the animal print from the fucking Safari, another Atmos 1. So anyway,
I understand that.
Whatever. You're full of trash.
Still gonna pass.
Yep, fine. Teddy, what you got?
Ooh, this one's rough. This one looks like a Ninja Turtles collab.
Oh yeah, I fucking love Ninja Turtles though.
Jordan looks like a Donatello, and the Safari looks like a Leonardo, but it's the wrong color. Or not the Safari, I guess. The Air Max. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm not. That Jordan's bad. Like the color choices are rough, and then I probably like the Atmos Air Max more. But I mean, I wouldn't wear it. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna like, let's just say it was 2001. I would probably pick up the Atmos Air Max.
All right.
Not the Jordan.
All right, so that's a pass then.
Yeah, it's a pass. I'm gonna give it straight duty butter.
All right.
The more dabs that I take, the easier I'll be on the shoes.
Right. Well, keep dabbing it up, man.
I should have went last.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, who's got a retail plus ship? Let me count.
I'm trying to look through here. There's a combination. There's hardly any pass, but there's a lot of ass, and then there's gas.
So then just take.
So
the pass.
I'm gonna take the pass in the middle, which puts me at a 7. So Maul, you and Kev tied. Let's be real. The 3s are not horrible. They're dope.
No,
Stop throwing subs in the fucking chat, homie.
3s are bad.
Because they put Nike Air. They got used to the whip.
That's
They
a terrible
put
3.
Nike Air back on there and you'll buy it.
It's pretty hard to mess up.
Peanut, I'm gonna start anger typing. I like the 3.
No,
I do too.
You got some stuff in now.
Yep. All right. So what we have to do, Teddy, between me and you, we have to pick which one is the best between those two guys' issue. So there was the black and red with the patent leather, the white and red with the patent leather, and then is the 2-pack. So with the Jordan 12 Taxi, the white, which is an OG by the way, and then you have that 6 that was.
It's gotta be the 6, just off of the fact that I like the 6 silhouette better than all that other stuff.
All right, and I like the Concord 11 better than I do the bread or the playoff. So, Molly, you get this win.
Well, fuck all y'all.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right,
hold on. Let me. We're going to topics.
Let's do it.
Topics, bitch.
So just say, I mean, like, Teddy, I know you're not watching. So like, we're like, there's like a
drop.
A drop that happens in between the thing. That's why it gets quiet all of a sudden.
Okay.
That's what's happening.
No,
so what's the first topic?
All right, so topic number 1, we couldn't have Boo Scott on and not talk about Adidas, right? So my topic number 1, the future of Adidas, and we'll circle kind of into that new Kanye shoe, which I have to find and pull up. Just get your thoughts on that. But number 1, the future of Adidas.
My thoughts on the future of Adidas?
Absolutely.
I think you're going to see a lot of. I think you're going to see Boost implemented in a performance way more than a lifestyle way. And then I think that they tried to do some stuff where they moved it over to too much lifestyle, and that kind of backfired a little bit. And they found out that it's better as a performance shoe, and that people will wear performance shoes out even if they don't perform. And so I think you're going to see a lot more of that. So a lot more of like hybriding. And then I think you're going to see just obviously the future craft thing is going to like show up eventually, but I think that's going to show up across the board. You know, I think like shoes in general, like we're moving into a 3D printed situation regardless. So, yeah, I mean, I just see more of that really.
I don't that tech.
What, the 3D printed? Not from Under Armour, if that's what you're trying to say.
That's exactly what I'm insinuating, but
nobody here got nothing from Under Armour that went on Kleenex. Get the fuck out of here, though.
keep the gloves up.
Adidas put that shit out first, though, before Under Armour ever dropped it. Adidas dropped those friends and family pairs way before Under Armour ever released that shit.
Oh, shots.
They all, in my opinion, they all rushed to it. Like, it's not. I don't think it's like a. I don't think it's something that anybody can contain. You know what I mean? Like, it's 3D printing. Like, what are we going to do? Like, people are going to, how are you going to, like, trademark that to where the other shoe company can't use it? You know, I think that that's just going to open up an arena of craziness, but I don't think that it's even that beneficial to the consumer either. I think it's more beneficial to them than it is us. But
per usual.
Yeah, and I think just shoes in general, like hype or whatever, as far as the future of hype, I don't think that I think that when Boost got introduced, it was another special moment in time of sneakers. You know, like something new came where everybody was just like, I know you guys are all Jordan fans, but things were just being recycled over and over. And there's a lot of boredom, I think. And regardless of the fact that some people really like covet these other shoes and don't really agree with Boost, or even wear Boost and don't choose between the two, it started a new conversation in the sneaker world, you know, and it's not a conversation that we were having before. And that, to me, is positive, and I don't think Adidas is going away. You know, all day long I get tweets. They're like, "Boost is dead." Da, 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 da. You would not feel the need to say that if that were true. You know what I mean? Like, we don't do that. You know, it's like, and that's the one thing about like Boost boys, as people call it. Like, I don't really see them as much like out there politicking that like Nike is dead. You know, it's just more like, I don't like to wear that stuff anymore. It's not comfortable. So for me, I think we're just going to stay comfy over here.
I mean, I feel like I see it both ways, because I do see some people that are just strictly into Adidas. You know, they hinge on the fact that, you know, a lot of Nikes and Jordans aren't as comfortable. But I mean, you know, I don't have gout or anything, so I'm good. You know, I can rock these Jordans until I can't rock them no more, I guess. Robert Garcia is getting that work, boy.
Yeah, Robert Garcia is about to catch a boot. I don't know who Robert Garcia is, but
Yeah,
he's talking to women all kinds of crazy. Like, I just can't.
Yeah, that's cool.
You guys shouted out on the show.
Yeah, good for you.
Welcome. But I mean, to your point, Teddy, you know, you had the basketball, the EQTs.
I didn't even see that. Yeah, it's crazy. That's not Boost though, is it?
No, but it just kind of goes in the same direction you were talking about.
Yeah.
As far, I mean, because Adidas is more than Boost, you know. Just kind of
for sure. But I don't
think the direction you're talking about, as far as, you know.
But he ain't the Adidas guy. He the Boost guy, man.
Yeah, that's the thing for me. It's like all that stuff to me, like it's even other shoes. You know, the topic of the Nike Air 180 release, and like Teddy, you said you love that shoe. Why won't you buy it again? It's because that Boost shit is real, dog. Like, it's straight up. It's not like a shtick. It's not like me being funny. Like, it's literally, I put the shoe on and I'm like, this is more comfortable than everything else. Like, I'm bouncing around like a little kid. I just sold the 3D printed shoes that I have because they don't get worn and they're worth a used car worth of money. So like, I don't have a lot of that whole that part of me that wants to just hold on to stuff because it's special. Like, that doesn't exist in me. I hold on to things because they're super cool and I can like actually use them. But if they just sit there, they're not for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So a question from the chat is, where is Adidas lacking compared to Nike? And that's Depot 717.
Marketing. 100,000% marketing. Nike is a marketing powerhouse. Like, arguably the best marketing company in the world. Adidas markets like a fucking local pizza.
Uh-oh. We stuck.
And they don't tell people about it. Like, they just expect you to figure it out, or they expect this really awesome, funny YouTuber to do a review on it for free. But like, that's all, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's ridiculous to me. But that's Adidas's biggest department is lacking is marketing, and they're a little cocky right now. That's a big problem, I think.
All right, so real quick, this is the Kanye season 6.
I ain't even seen that piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like a the movies we wearing.
Daddy
He done all the way lost his mind.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just like some high fashion shit, though. Is that an Adidas shoe or just a Yeezy, though?
I don't know.
Your guess is as good as mine.
It's just Yeezy season 6, so that's just like all the rest of that stuff he makes, though. I mean,
yeah,
like the fucking boot.
Yeah, it's a season 6, then. Yeah.
All that season 6 looks like some damn commissary shit, man. Straight up.
Well, do the actually the season shoes, they don't really sell like that, do they?
Neither do the clothes. You know, like,
them shits are crazy expensive.
But he's on some shit though. Like, I understand that way more now, though. Like, with making clothes and like trying to, like, I'm not in any way trying to be like a Louis Vuitton like Kanye West, but I understand some of that a whole lot more now. But at the same time, there's still like not not everybody's gonna cop a $350 sweatshirt. You know what I mean? Like, I see how he's like reduced the price over the years, and that takes time, and it's something that I've totally gotten to experience. But yeah, it's just not for everybody, you know. I mean,
what's your threshold for, like, what would you pay for a hoodie? Like, what's the most you'd pay for that?
I don't think I have a threshold. I think if I really liked it, I think that it would, like, I've done some dumb shit, you know what I mean? Where I'm, and like, I also look at money in a really weird way, because I've gone from like not having any at all, like literally like, oh, I got 12 cents, to like being able to go on a trip for 2 weeks if I want to and not have to worry. So it's weird for me the way I view it and value. But for me personally, when I see something that I like that much, it doesn't inspire me to buy it. It inspires me to make better shit myself. So it's really, really a strange place. So I don't think there's like a dollar amount. I think if I just found something I like, I'd pay for it. But I think the most I've ever spent on a hoodie or anything is like $400 maybe. You know?
Ooh, that's.
But my boy DC out there in them streets for
on a hoodie.
Yeah, probably like $400-$500 maybe.
Ooh, hurting them. and then you wash them by accident.
You're done. Yeah, they're done. I know.
Like, I mean, how old are you, man?
Me?
Yeah.
35.
All right, no, so okay, so you're in the same thing where I'm at. Like, if I wash a hoodie, right, and I don't hang it up and let it like I have to pull it out, you know, a little bit early, make sure it stays wet. So when I hang it up, it kind of pulls it down a little bit. Like, if I wash a hoodie and let it go through the spin cycle, it's fucking done. Like, over.
Stop doing that to the hoodie.
Well, I'm fat. Like, it's not about the hoodie.
You just said you were trying to like lose weight or whatever. So
right,
that all comes from like a personal perspective though. So let's say you drop. Let's just say you drop 100 pounds, and all of a sudden a large on you is like you're swimming in it, and then all of a sudden you go out and you know whatever, like girls are throwing fucking nano at you like it's baseball season, and you're like, oh, I like the way I feel. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you're
I mean, like, I have a hard time being like, I'm gonna spend because I mean, I like the hoodies, the Bape hoodies that have the Warhawk looking thing on it, because of the just the military aspect of it. Which, I mean, I find funny because it's a Japanese.
Yes.
And we definitely.
Yes.
Okay, just I'm not the only one, but you know, I just can't see spending money on like that. So much money to me for a hoodie. I mean, I'll spend it on shoes because I love shoes, but like the idea of a hoodie.
It's all perspective. If you love hoodies, if you love fill in the pink, you're going to spend X amount of dollars on it.
There's no difference though.
There isn't.
Well, I think there is because I mean, you think about the longevity of a hoodie compared to a pair of shoes. You're gonna get more wears out of the shoes than you are a hoodie. I mean,
I think it's somewhat equal. You can walk out and bang up your shoes the first wear, and vice versa.
Come on, man.
You can ruin a shoe as quick as you can ruin a hoodie. Like, you could totally.
But, I mean,
where are y'all going? You ruin a shoe.
Realistically, I mean, a hoodie is gonna. As soon as you wash it, there's a problem. You can have the shoes and wear them for years.
Stick to the cleaners.
I think it's all the same though. I think it's all frivolous. I think that, like,
you're right.
No matter how you slice it, we're all buying stuff that at the end of the day, if it came down to like feed my family, whatever, we would get rid of all of it.
Right.
So it's all somewhat of a luxury. So I think it just depends on how much you're willing to tell yourself, like, I'll treat myself to this.
How are you going to rationalize it?
Yeah, it's rationalization. Yeah, because I spend stupid money on stupid shit, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. But outside of I'm like, I can't really, like, I mean, I guess I could wake up dead tomorrow too. So, like, why don't I just buy what I want to buy and just keep grinding? You know,
looked around and woke up dead.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
And buying a $400 hoodie makes me work harder. You know, when I buy expensive shit, it makes me fucking work my ass off. It's like,
well, I mean, like, I tried on a 2XL on the Bape hoodie because I wanted the Warhawk thing, and I am I'm too goddamn big.
It's Japanese clothing, dog.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, like I want to go to Japan and just like tower over people.
Yeah.
Is that
Anybody flies in Japan. So.
Is that fucked up? I don't know if that's racist or not.
It's a little.
But like, so as far as like Adidas, there was a question in the chat and it came from KB Fresh Kicks. He wanted to know what are the 4K? What is it? 4Craft?
The tech shoes.
The craft, whatever.
Yeah, the Future Craft. How does that feel in comparison to Boost?
I don't have the 4Ds, so I've never put them on my feet. Other than the friends and family pair, they haven't been made in a 13 yet, as far as I know. So I've never put them on. The 3D feels nothing like Boost at all. There's two different pairs. A lot of people, I think, forget they did the 3D first, which is what I had, which is more like a black, like non-flexible material. It's almost like steel, it almost feels like. And it feels like that after walking around for a few hours, too. Especially compared to Boost. The upper is amazing. Like, it really taught me. I was like, oh, the upper of the Ultra Boost has a whole lot to do with how the Ultra Boost feels. It's not just the Boost, which is why you can't just slap Boost on anything and expect it to be great. So it made me realize that, but it's not the same thing at all. But 4D, I don't know. And a lot of people are hyping it, trying to be like, it's just as comfortable as Boost and da-da-da-da-da-da. But when there's a small group of people that have something that the masses don't have, the opinions are always different. And when there's not a lot of people to combat what you're saying and be like, well, I don't agree with you and here's why. And they always have that ace in the hole, like, well, you don't have them, you can't say it. So until a bunch of people have them, we can't even have that conversation. You know?
Right.
Okay. That's valid. I don't know. I think that I don't have a dog in the fight because I don't watch Adidas enough. I probably should, but I don't.
But real quick, I want to circle back on something that Teddy said earlier, which I promised we would talk about. So you said that right now Nike looks desperate in terms of this barrage that they have with their marketing, their products. Because I mean, face it, granted, you're not a Jordan, fan, but for those who are, like, there's a lot of good things coming out right now.
Yeah, a lot of old things that y'all been asking for a long time.
Exactly. So finally, it's here. I mean,
yeah, it's like dating. It's like calling a girl every weekend to go out, every week to go out, and then by the time she says yes, she's popped, and it's like, oh, now I got to take you out after the whole county's ran through, and it's just like, it's the same thing to me. It just looked like the BC3 is a shoe that, like, I will not argue with everybody that it's an iconic shoe. That you'll never hear me say it's not. But the problem is that nothing lasts forever, and that even that like memory stuff, like, we're moving into a time where time moves quicker for us, like everything's accelerated. So I think that, like, we may live to see a time where, like, Jordan becomes obsolete, and like this BC3 thing to me is really crazy. Like, when I look at it, because I think and how the whole thing works and how disappointed a lot of people were with the Space Jam 11s last year being like a quote unquote GR. So I get the same feeling from the BC3, and it's almost like this last gasp, like, let's kill this thing, let's give it to him, but it's gonna kill it too. It's like almost like careful what you wish for as a fan, because the BC3 being everywhere is gonna make a lot of people dislike it now, and it's just like almost like I wish sometimes they would just leave well enough alone, and a lot of like Nike dudes will argue with me and say, well, if they retro Boost, you won't feel like that. And that's not true. Like, I'd have no desire or reason for them to retro shit. I got everything I need, like, right in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got it all. So I don't need them to retro a thing, Like,
what about when the Boost technology wears down, et cetera, in that particular shoe?
Still have 200 and some odd pairs of shoes.
Other pairs, yeah, but there might be a pair.
5,
like more than others. It could be
I'll throw it away and I'll get another pair of shoes. It's just like there's more stuff always coming. Like, I used to be in a place like that where I would hold on to the past like that, but I'm not like that anymore. I'm just like, I'll double up on some pairs, when they come out. But that's just me having the foresight. Like, if I love that shoe now, then I love that shoe now and I should love it later. Not like let the shoe company cater to me over and over and over again, because there's never any room for anything new. And that's why we are where we are in music, and that's why movies are like motion pictures are basically dead. Like, I don't remember, I mean, other than a big movie like Star Wars, but it's Nike and Jordan is just kind of becoming a cover band of itself to me.
Well then.
I really like this shoe, and I don't have this shoe. So there's that.
No, I mean, listen, you buy the shoe.
There's
it gets played in anywhere later.
Right, but there's validity in what he's saying, though. Like, and Ma, I've talked to you about this too, though. About like, 'cause I have 26 pair of 5s. How many more pair of 5s do I need? Like
we don't need any. It's a matter how much you want.
Right, but I'm saying like that's where it's kind of gotten. I mean, like I don't need any of these. Like I really just need like a pair of shoes. But like, how many times like outside of the OG colorways, which I want, which like, and this one right here finishes my 3. So it's kind of like the shadow and the black and white. Well, I'll be done with 1s, and I'm done.
No, because I'm talking about the colorway.
I mean,
well, listen, if we're going to draw a line in the sand, those premiums should have been it. You should have said, I don't need those. Let me move on in life.
Yeah, but I really like those premiums. So.
Well, they changed the shoe at least a little bit. And for the most part, you don't have to get the next one that comes out. And maybe they'll come out, another time down the road. At that point, maybe you need another pair. Or if you've moved on past that point where you don't like them anymore, then it's your choice not to go after them anymore. But right. I do like I like the ability to have that choice, and that a certain pair of shoes just doesn't die. Like I love the Bred 4, and I would own as many as I can get my hands on. However, if they didn't retro, then it would just have to live in the memory or on Google. So,
but then we have to agree that you are saying that Nike has already done its best work, which is my argument.
Well, I'm saying that I'm in for what I'm into. That I mean, that's my niche as far as sneakers. I'm not really into the new whatever that comes out. I'm into the LeBrons. I like the LeBrons, but I like the LeBrons to play in. I like the new basketball shoes to play in, because you can't play in a retro Jordan. I'm sorry, I can't. It doesn't work that way for me. But and I see Molly. Them Kyries are trash to play ball in.
They're these?
Yes, I got the confetti, and I tried to play. Them things hurt. Them things hurt.
You
the
can't
middle.
play in those, bro.
They're the same shoe.
No, the sole makes a difference, dude. You can't
trash
play
cans on the court.
You need actual traction and whatnot. The impact, the shock absorption is totally different on a translucent pair than it is on a regular outsole.
Those are, I mean, it's not about the traction. It's about the cushion.
No, it's not even about the traction. It's about the impact. The cushion, exactly. The cushion is different on a translucent pair. The shock absorption is going to be different.
The LeBrons have a translucent sole, and they don't feel any different. And those Kyries, I cannot ball in them Kyries. I mean, you could say it's not true, but them things stink.
It's science, man.
To play ball in, Kyries are trash.
No, you just hate it.
4, 3, 2, 1. All of them can't ball in. Can't ball in none of them.
The 2s are amazing.
No.
2s are amazing. You need to go
translucent.
But
I figured it out. I said it.
But that's the thing, though. He raised a question, which I like.
No, I do like the question.
Do we agree that Nike has done its best work already? And I mean, I get what you said, Buckeye, because I'm in that same boat. I'm really nostalgic. Like Jordans 1 through 9 are some of my favorite shoes. LeBron's, 1 through.
Don't say 1 through. You got to skip. You got a comma.
No, I like 1s. I like 2s. I like 3s. I like 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s.
I mean, while we're on the subject,
I even like some 9s and 10s. So I mean, but when you get to the one that had the dick on the side, I have a really hard problem with the 13. This is one gigantic dick on the side.
How hard is that problem?
It's super hard. It was cock and balls. But that's on the side of the shoe. So, but the question still remains: is Nike's best work behind them? And
I think that the breadth of work that they had. They had such a great run in terms of being the innovator in that space, that it's easy to say that their best is behind them. We don't know because the story's still being written. Now, has there been a period of time where they've plateaued? Absolutely. But you have to see if you get past that hump, if you break through that resistance level or not.
So what do you think about the JT? I mean, and them just tossing a swoosh on it? I like them. What do y'all feel about it?
It's more than just tossing a swoosh on it.
What's the difference?
Think that's what what's the difference? It goes back to the process, which is something that I like. And
what process? They put a fucking swoosh on the side of a cement 3.
No,
a white cement 3.
No, it takes you back to the process of him building out the damn shoe.
Right. My mom fucked me up with that because I didn't know that there was like a drawing when Tinker drew the thing. And that, like, so if there's a shoe that has a story, I dig it. Like one of my favorite shoes is the Aqua 8. It's the only shoe that I have 2 pairs of. It's the only shoe I've ever doubled up on ever. Right. But the Jordan wore that at the All-Star game. I remember wearing that as a kid. Like it's what changed my opinion on shoes. Like there's a story behind that shoe for me. And so when you look at the sketch that Tinker drew and it looks like the Air Max, and you know, like that's what that shoe evolved out of. Like the Air Max evolved the Jordan 3, and the Jordan 3 it created its own thing and took the swoosh off of it, made it this whole other thing. Like there's a story, and that attracts me to that.
But and the same, it's the same shoe is basically what Flight 89, and people don't have that same feeling about it. I mean it. They put a swoosh on a white cement 3. That's exactly what it is. There's so many pictures and samples of shoes that could have possibly been done, and they never did it. And then they just throw this bullshit story out there for people to legitimize buying them. You say you fucking like the shoe with the swoosh. You like the shoe with the swoosh. That's fine. I do too. I liked them before you did because you didn't like them. And then you started saying, "Oh, I gotta have these now." No,
I like it from the jump.
Well, no way.
What?
That was me. I didn't like them.
I liked it from the jump.
You like the gray ones?
Yes, 100%. And for me, it's like the same deal as like a Cortez. And the reason why I have, you know, a select few Cortez, because that is the genesis, that's the origin. So like this takes you back to a time where, you know, they were going to lose Jordan. Everyone knows the story behind that. So I'm not going to go too far in depth. And this is like a part of the process of him drawing this out. Like, all right, like this has to be perfect for MJ. I want to, you know, implement all the things that he was talking about, what he wanted. And then he throws a swoosh on there because obviously that was the thing, to have that big swoosh on the side. And ultimately he erased it and got rid of it because he wanted it to be more about Jordan. Like, this is your shoe, so we're going to keep this plain. And then throw the Nike on the back. And then that's how it came about. But
how many
part of the process? I mean, I think that's dope.
But how many other drawings are part of the process?
And then like, why does your shoe look so bad? You're like, oh, it's part of the process.
Yeah, I mean, how many balled up pieces of paper can they release? You can go.
But have they? No, they did the whole alternate colorway thing, and it was a miss, in my opinion.
Real quick, I have to address something from the chat. John Feinstein again. Nostalgia over comfort. Enjoy your plantar fasciitis. Here's what I'm gonna say. I wore boots for 10 years in the United States Army. I walked over the stupidest land. I walked in the stupidest weather. And you know what I don't have? Plantar fasciitis. And I wore like the flattest, shittiest boots because I thought they looked better than the newer boots. So like I wore like desert jungle boots, which I know is a ridiculous thing.
So you can have this problem. Boots are extremely comfortable, but what's to say that the way in which it impacts the ground is going to have a long-term effect on your body? You just don't know. I mean,
boy, you need a damn ladder for that reach.
I wear dress shoes for the most part of the day. I mean, it's not.
Let's say after X amount of wears that the way in which it hits the ground causes some sort of, you know, knee problem in the future.
Sounds like the plot to Wally. You know,
I'm just saying, like, enjoy your knee injury. Everyone who wears foam pods, it's a career ender. Your knees are done.
Right. I feel that.
Right. So, but I think what's cool though, maybe just a move, is that the kids that are at the sneaker conventions or whatnot that are going bananas over this boost, they're creating their own nostalgia in this new market, you know. So maybe that's something that Adidas has to look forward to, is sales, you know, 15, 20, 30 years from now. I mean, because the two is what, 30 years old now? Like, It's a 30-year-old shoe.
I feel that sneakerheads these days are more transient, though. I don't feel like they hang their heads on a certain shoe.
They also don't have like gods to look up to like that. No pun intended, but like don't have like we came up in a different like. There's not even, and I could argue why there's not sports figures the way that there used to be. You know, I think there's a lot of reasons, but they're not like even like you can compare LeBron to Jordan all you want as far as gameplay and stuff, but LeBron does not, in my opinion, have, and I'm not a sports guy, but doesn't have the same impact that Jordan had like culturally, at least not yet, you know, and maybe like in 20 years we'll be having a different conversation, but so far, like as far as merchandising goes, like I don't think it's even close, you know, so yeah, I don't. The sports thing, I'm missed on. You know, I think it's all rigged. I think it's all an Illuminati conspiracy. But
and that's why the Eagles won.
Yeah, I'm glad the Eagles won.
I am too.
Yeah, fuck Tom Brady.
I'm forgetting where I'm going with this conversation.
Yeah. So what's the I think we ran this particular topic. Yeah, one more question because I don't know if he's still on the chat or not. I mean, he may not be because I bullshitted. Sorry, Miguel. Miguel wanted to know about the Bristol Boost. Do you know what he's talking about?
Bristol Boost. Is it the Boost?
Yeah, Bristol Boost.
It's like a NASCAR boost.
I don't know.
It's just called Bristol Boost.
Yeah, I meant like his comment is way back because the sections. But so yeah, it's talking about the Bristol Boost. It says something about you were wearing it. I don't know, but maybe he'll if he posts again. How did he get back on here?
I don't have any idea.
Ugh, this dude, Robert Garcia, has to go.
Not you again.
Yeah, I thought I got
that way.
Deleted.
I'll
get out.
They're talking about this new Boost You Wear stuff. I haven't worn it yet, but this was like just leaked today. It's like these Bristol Studios.
That's it.
Joints? Okay.
Yeah, so they did that one, and then there's a black one. I mean, it's cool, but it looks like the material is complete. Like, the thing I like about this Boost You Wear shoe is that the upper in harmony with the Boost, which is the same thing about the Ultra Boost. Like, when it's that knit, it's completely different. This looks like premium materials. So, I mean, I'm not really like a sucker for that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I like it when I get something. I'm like, oh, this has nice suede or whatever. But if it's just, if it's fashion over function to me, even though it's a lifestyle shoe, like if the PK one feels more comfortable, I'm always going to go with the PK one anyway, regardless if it's a nice shoe to look at. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the channel kind of takes over its own animal. You know, it's like I get one shoe and then I get another shoe to check it out because it's my curiosity as well as however many people are watching. So, you know, I cop a lot of stuff just out of curiosity, basically.
Yes. I think that looks like a Kobe.
Well, it's literally designed after the KB8, so you are correct, sir. I'm glad that you said Kobe and not Jordan 11 to make yourself look smarter than the average.
I'm not.
Or the Penny 4, which came a year after the KB8. So, you know. It's almost like people could Google shit before they, like, leave you a hate comment. Or anybody in the chat.
What's the fun in that? Let's leave an uneducated comment.
Yeah.
And then erase your account.
And backpedal. Yeah. Let me talk ish on your account, then block you.
Yeah, that should happen today.
Yes, it did.
And then he wanted to drag vets into the conversation. I'm like, I'm a vet. Don't say vets.
It was
and
the
then
worst argument anyone ever had.
And blocked the motherfucker. Like, you can eat a bowl full of dicks. Just gobble them up. You know? Anyway, what's the next topic?
Are we done with this?
Yes.
Are we talking about keeping up with the Jones? Or?
Oh man, I missed Ed's question. Where is it at?
He wanted to know whether or not Teddy would rock boosts back in the MJ days, like the Jordan, like in the '90s when Jordans were there.
He said, "Yeah, hell yeah." I rocked all kinds of shit in the '90s, man. I was down for whatever because it was like, one, it wasn't there was other stuff, you know. Reebok Pump came out. There was like Hexalite, which was I lived in North Carolina in the motherfucking woods, so like. Rednecks and racism ran rampant. So we didn't have like these crazy choices anyway. So, you know, Reebok Pump was huge. A lot of people I never even talk about Nike Air Pump. for some reason, but that was really even big at my school
because you had to have that like
the whippets you had to carry with you.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff. And then when Shaq came onto the scene, it was Shaq Diesel over everything, dog. Like we were listening to Shaq Fu album, wearing full on Shaquille O'Neal like get ups with the Shaq shoe. You know, like it's just how it was.
Yeah, there's that. That's one.
Yeah, that's crazy. I remember the yellow one. It was like white and yellow.
Anybody rock LA Gear regulators? They were pumps too.
I had the one with the lights in the back that you could take out.
I remember they had the fake Jordan 4s.
Yeah, it looked like a 4. Yeah, I guess it did. I never thought about that. They had one that looked like a 6 too.
I wore Airwalks when I lived in New Jersey, and
Airwalks.
Yeah, that was a question. That was like first grade for me, so that's what my parents bought me. Yeah.
Well, then Airwalks coming back. Maybe bring up that Yeezy shoe. Is it an Airwalk? That Yeezy shoe?
Oh my God.
Maybe
Airwalk. You know how many people be dick riding Airwalk?
Dude, I'm saying the Yeezy might just be a new Airwalk. Maybe that's what it's modeled after.
Thanks.
All right, so what's the next topic?
Super Bowl reaction.
Ooh, word.
Philadelphia Eagles upset the New England Patriots.
Philly.
To win the first Super Bowl in franchise history.
Nice.
And celebrate by burning the city down.
Did it burn down? I didn't check this morning.
It doesn't even exist anymore. It's off the map.
Yeah.
The whole goddamn thing.
I saw people taking down lights, and I heard
they were knocking down poles. They were flipping the big old plants that be in the front of a corporate building. Them shits were just rolling down the street.
I heard they greased the they greased the pole. I heard they greased it with like some gear oil.
The Super Bowl, they greased the poles so that people wouldn't climb them, and nonetheless,
they were up there.
They found a way.
They were dedicated.
Well, I mean, it was gonna happen. Hell, high water, win, lose or draw, the place was gonna burn. So,
I went from go Eagles to fuck the Super Bowl. once some Jordans dropped, I was like, oh, Jordans.
Oh, yeah.
I said they're refreshing that app the whole time. I mean,
it didn't even matter, man. The bots be winning, dog. If you don't have a bot, you don't have a chance, and that's it.
I think that the halftime show was meh. I think the game was mad. Like I left fourth quarter. Like I'm still not over.
Good.
I'm fuck you. I'm still not over the Falcons losing, and I mean that. Like
I believe you.
I'm still not over the Falcons losing. Like.
Do y'all have a Super Bowl?
You're not supposed to be.
No, the whole damn city of Atlanta has one championship, and it was the Braves.
Hey, you guys beat us though, so eat shit.
Yeah, but then Georgia went to the national championship, and we were winning in the first quarter, and then we lost in the second quarter, much like the Super Bowl the year before.
That Illuminati stuff.
And it broke my heart. Like I'm so done with football. Football can just,
need to keep the foot on the gas, man.
Yeah, bro.
You can't beat Alabama, and you can't beat New England if you don't go at them.
If you don't take the chance, and that's why I give them a lot of credit. That 4th and 1 at the goal line, that was sick. I wish that they would have reversed that was it Clement touchdown, because that wasn't a catch. I have no problems with the Ertz touchdown. I think that's legit. And I know people are Steelers fans or what have you. They have an issue with it because it was kind of like very similar. Was that Jesse James?
Steelers didn't want. They don't want the Pats to get to their little pedestal, so they can't say we got.
Yeah, but
6.
even so, they were rooting.
They weren't.
They called it spade. They weren't rooting for him necessarily, but they called it spade a spade. They were like, "Wow, that's the exact same situation," but you called that a touchdown. So, once again, I have no problems with that touchdown. The other one, the Clement touchdown, that wasn't a catch in my opinion.
Hey, the ref called him touchdown.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. Yeah, it's a win. You can't take that back at this point. So, I went on record by saying that they were going to win. That Philly was going to win. I knew it just the way everything was panning out that they were going to get that dub. I didn't think that New England was going to bring it home. So, I kind of accepted it. I went to work today. All the Eagles fans called out, so that's great. Tomorrow, I'm going to have to deal with their stuff. And then, of course, the parade is Thursday. So I'll only have to deal with Tuesday and Wednesday with Eagles belligerent, nonsense. And then they can, get drunk and do all the stuff that they do and destroy the rest of the city on Thursday.
Yeah, that's the hashtag. No grease needed.
Hashtag no grease needed.
I I am. I don't know if y'all have been watching this chat at all, but No Grease Needed is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
I can't.
Teddy, did you watch the game? No.
No, sir. I was on Twitch the whole time.
Oh, so you didn't try to cop those Jordan 3s either, huh?
Nah. I remember when Adidas dropped a shoe during halftime last year. That was cool that Nike did it.
What did they drop last year? I don't remember.
Over Ultra Boost.
Oh, okay.
Nothing crazy. Nothing quite as crazy as putting it on 89. That's for sure.
88. So, do we have hashtag heroes?
Yep. Here we go.
So that's my stuff.
Hashtag heroes. All right. Well, I'll go first because this is mine.
Well, reminding people what the hashtag was.
The hashtag was Magnum Snapback.
Is that because Mike got a big old fucking head?
Yeah,
exactly. He's got to take 3 caps just to make a snapback.
Yeah, he's got on the last button.
Magnum XL. Yeah, this is J of the J Team. I thought this picture was dope. I like that way that blue pops off on the 11. So that's my hashtag hero. Let me find where the other ones are.
Dope.
So, I don't know how to get Teddy involved in this one.
Well, just explain what it is first of all. That'll help him.
I got an idea.
And he can choose which one he likes. That's non-boost.
What are you gonna share the screen?
Well, I can share it actually.
I am going to just take a picture and send it to him.
I got it.
Like,
oh well, I had it.
I had actually
We're
picked
done.
This one before.
All right, so it's a dope picture. The way, like, I just texted it to you. It's a dope picture. Like, it's something I don't know what they do with their pictures.
Oh, with the lens
that
that has
like,
that.
It always looks like it's like the shoe is ginormous. Like the distance, I don't know.
It's like just
an iPhone. Well, in my opinion, it looks like when you take an iPhone pic and it does like the depth.
Yeah. And then so this one's mine. This is my hashtag hero, and this shoe is dope. And it has yeah, socks are dope. Okay, so that's the thing. And this is let's see,
KB.
Yeah, KB Fresh Kicks. He always takes good pictures. So there's that.
Air Max.
Telephoto lens. There we go. Jumpman James got it.
Telephoto lens. Boom.
Yeah. And then
that's a fisheye lens. Not to argue.
Rocks Life. Rasta Clot printed Middle Socks jeans. This is a hero. Well, no, I meant like so. Hero. It's just we're using the word hero because it's alliteration. So there's 2 H's, and it's nothing like this guy saved a life or anything.
Right.
Maybe KB did. Like I don't know. There's no reason to take it super literal.
Seriously.
You guys are just picking your favorite.
Right. So each show we choose a hashtag.
Right.
And then
what is it on Instagram?
Yeah, it's on Instagram. Yeah. So based off the hashtag, we
choose
what's
our
the
favorite. Hashtag again? Something Magnum Snapback?
Yeah, Magnum Snapback.
They say stoners don't have a memory.
This is a crazy.
All right, so this is a reflection pic. This is Ben Arrow 76. This was super dope and clean. Not much to say. He killed this joint. So for that reason, you are my hashtag hero. Hope you did save someone in these, since we're gonna be extra little.
Save someone in the streets, dog.
Save somebody in these streets.
I'm gonna throw Marcus's up here. I think I have Marcus's. I'm just gonna throw it up here for you because I want to show everybody Jumpman James picture with the gold tongue, the Magnum tongue, 5s. I like this shoe, man. But yeah, shout out to Jumpman James. His pictures are pretty dope, man.
I'm waiting.
You don't see it?
I see it.
Oh, there it is. Now I got it. I've seen it on them all. Boom, there it is. Gold tongue. Yeah, Jumpman James. I like when he doesn't take pictures with his shoes in trees. Like his on peeps are dope. I wish that she did that.
Like he got that
Yeah, I know that shit pissed me off too. Like, why they got these fucking shoes in the tree? Are they like, is this what they look like in their natural fucking habitat? Like, what the fuck is this?
Oh man. Yeah, I didn't understand that one either, but the shoe was dope. I don't care what the fuck you do it in.
Yeah, I bought this shoe specifically for a barbecue, just so I could wear it in the grass and shit and not feel bad about
barbecue.
Barbecue. But yeah. So those are the hashtag heroes.
Who we rolling with?
No, we're going. Well, you know, in fashion, Jumpman James also under the hashtag posted an NMD.
Oh, so that's
hashtag hero.
We're going. Yeah. So I get to pick a boot shoe. So there you go.
Bang.
Hey.
Yeah. Works out.
Double mention. Bang bang.
Who we rolling with?
I'm gonna have to go with Ben. Like Eros has that shot is banana. So the 13 golds, I think I sent you that picture. Yeah, I did. So with the reflection, that they're Jordan 13 with the gold at the bottom and the reflection, just on the shot alone is super dope.
That's money.
Yeah, it's just a clean shot.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Winner.
Chicken dinner.
It's got to be Ben. So who won last week?
Oh, really bad.
Did we even do it?
We did do it. I have to go back.
Yeah.
Memorex.
So Ben is our second winner of the month, and then we'll put those pictures up against each other on the last. Yeah, well, so Ben wins the last.
Sneaker RX.
Yes.
So Sneaker RX won last week.
Sneaker
Ben won this week. We have one more week to do, and then we'll do a
draw or a raffle. Or...
All three of those will, the usual suspects will pick the one they like the most.
And you get some of Mike's socks with dick holes in them.
Yeah. Socks with dick holes.
Yeah, you get the church socks.
So we got 6 minutes.
All right, so we just reiterate this week's hashtag.
Grease.
Oh, it's no grease. Hashtag no grease needed.
All right.
I got a feeling that's gonna have some bad stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look because it was specifically a conversation between Pino and Steph Smitty, so to give you an idea.
Trouble.
Let me look at no grease needed. Make sure it's not no grease needed. I mean, there's 26 public posts, and it's all about caking and hair.
Oh well, there you go.
All right.
So, and then there's this person, which makes me feel bad for whoever this person is. What the fuck happened in your life? What went wrong?
That's 52 likes,
there's a dude behind her. We just can't see him.
That's a guy, yo.
Dude, that's a young boy.
Well.
Oh.
Well, they're topless, so I don't think that was just some fucking chick. It was like
I couldn't see the bottom.
No grease needed.
It was cut off.
Well then,
it was cold that night, Willie.
That's okay. So
we got a couple minutes here.
Yeah, we do. I mean, like I'm glad that everything worked out because I thought it was gonna be like a hate on Adidas show. I really did.
No, I think a lot of people recognize what Adidas did last year, and hats off. Dan, I mean, you were the one that was pissed off the most when I said that the Yeezy jumped over to Jumpman.
Right, and I still feel the same way about it. I feel like that's a bullshit statement.
Whatever it was, you take what you can when you can, and that's a milestone for them.
We are discounting, like it's.
I don't need the serial reference again. I'm just saying, like, it happened.
We're discounting 30-something years of sneaker making.
No, you're getting upset.
You're not discounting it. You're just like admitting to yourself that in the long run, nothing really matters. Like. It's what you experience. It's like you're saying it's the same thing as your parents, like listening to music and being like, this is music. And then now I have friends who I went to high school with or middle school with that listen to fucking the worst shit like Crisscross and all this stuff. And we're so all about it, wearing their fucking pants backwards. And then now I hear them with kids being like, my kid likes Little Pump. I'm like, shut up. Like it's like we forget completely. Like where we came from, and now we're in this place where we are regurgitating the same shit to our. I don't have kids, thank God, but like, that's what we're doing, and we're like, nah, this was the classic era, and they don't want to hear it any more than we wanted to hear it. Everybody,
I would like to let you know that my daughter who's 14 thinks Little Pump is garbage.
Well, she's smart enough to understand that. That's great, but like,
right. And like, she also asked me for the red Jordan 8s today.
Yeah, but that's because your daughter loves you. All right, let's. don't
that's because she's boss as fuck.
Yeah.
She's boss as fuck.
Yeah. She's daddy's girl. I bet is the real issue at hand. So.
Well, she's awesome.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Like, she's a gangster.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gabrielle. And my son has his orange hoodie and his Guilt Trip 6s, and he loves them. So my kids like J's, and they look dope in them.
My son actually likes Adidas more than my daughter is a Jordan. My son is he likes Dame Lillard and he likes NMDs.
Smart kid.
But you gotta love them.
It's what it is.
I hate them.
Let them do their own thing, bro. Like,
who's my son? Who's my son?
Who's my son?
The son of some man.
Yeah, like that shit is hilarious. Ed's in here. Oh, fucking Ed.
Yo, Nike all day.
Oh yeah. MJ all day.
That's it. That shit's fire.
Steph says her son likes curries.
Oh no.
Yeah.
you get thumbs down across the panel.
Under Armour, man, I'm telling you.
At least he won't get robbed.
Yeah, there's that.
Well then.
So
safety.
Final words.
Shout outs.
Shout out.
All right, I'll go.
60 seconds.
Hey, shout out to Teddy, man. Thank you for coming on and blessing us on the show. And I'm going to run through this list kind of quick. Shout out to Ed, Son of Some Man. John, Fresh Kicks 3. Shout out to Arios Ben, Halfcast, the J Team, Wavy 80, Jody Rockstar. Shout out to Shumanati, who's going to be on next week.
Right. Awesome.
I know that I'm going to be missing people because it's all jacked up.
Funky Lace.
Mike, Funky Lace. Mike is awesome. And I think that's it. I know I'm wrong. Oh, Witness the King, Kick Strong, and that's all I'm gonna go with.
Halfcast.
I think I said Halfcast.
I don't know. I'm just reading.
Shout out to our sister shows, Talking Kicks. You can catch them Wednesday at 8:30. I think.
Frankie, New York State of Mind.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Frankie. Yeah, my bad, man. My bad, Frankie. Frankie, I got to do something special for you.
Right. No, I mean, what happens is if you just tag the Midsole page, we don't see that.
Yeah, if you tag me, I'm looking at my mentions.
Right. Yeah. Like when some people tag the Midsole page and then all of us, and then I'm able to see that. Outside of that, it's kind of luck of the draw because I don't really use my phone at work.
Tag me, bro. Yeah, and then shout out to Sneaker Box Podcast. You can catch them on Saturday-ish. Around 11-ish. And then shout out to Sneaker Files. You can catch them on the podcast. And shout out to Brandon Rogers. Shout out to Kick Strong for holding down IG Live. Shout out to Fresh Kicks because I know he does a lot of live too. So that's it, man.
Whew. Alrighty. Thanks to the usual suspects. Appreciate you sticking around for 2 hours. We got 70 likes. We had 100 some odd people watching. So thank you, Teddy. Appreciate you coming by and dropping that boost knowledge. And shout out to Champ Sports. Shout out to Under Armour for blessing me with these wonderful hovers here.
Who pooed it?
Shout out to the usual suspects, like I said. Shout out to everyone that Kev mentioned. Shout out to all our sister shows. Shout out to Dan because he's Dan, and I just felt like saying that. So on to you, my friend.
Teddy, you got anybody you want to shout out?
I don't really do shout outs, but
awesome.
Thank you guys for having me, and shout out to everybody for this because those are the only people that'll even hear the shout outs in the first place. So if you're here, shout out to you. If you're not here, fuck you. I'm just kidding.
Fucking same. If you're not here, fuck you.
Yeah.
Hey, do I get to do the last word? Do I get
man, take him to church, bro. Take him to church.
Awesome. All right, so cool. First things first, we got to shout out to our sponsor of the show, Rejuvenator. And just understand that this is 90% empty because I use a lot of the product because of reasons. But yeah, so you can use the code the Monday Midsole. Is it Monday? It's just Monday Midsole, right?
Monday Midsole, yes. No spaces. Monday
Use the code Monday Midsole. You get 10% off your entire purchase. Go fire it up. There's everything that you could possibly need for all your sneaker related needs. Also got this cool ass cup from them today. So I get to look old as fuck.
Like a Stein.
You know. So anyway, I know there was a lot of weird things. There's a lot of new people in the chat today, and there was a lot of weird stuff going on. There's a lot of trolls, and that's cool. I tried to block them. I hope I didn't block unnecessary people. Robert Garcia's mom is the MVP, straight up. That's my girl. And so, just remember, like, we're all out here doing the damn thing. Teddy says Teddy supposed to tell you Teddy Chimpfinger. So that's the thing.
That's how Palm Dude's faces at the club when they're Jordan 11s. It was like, I don't go to the club. I just like picturing dudes at the club in Jordan 11s. There's always a dude outside the club saying my friends are in there, but he's wearing 11s for real.
Oh Lord,
anywhere in the world.
Man, you can't wear those.
I'm gonna have to go test this theory out. I'm gonna have to go walk around.
If you go to a club in a major city, especially Atlanta, if you can go to a club and not see a pair of Jordan 11s, I will send you $100 straight up.
Oh my God!
Oh really?
I need a video. I need you walking the line, going all the way through.
That is hilarious.
11. I will send you a message and go
that's too funny. I think
watch
I should
it.
wear a pair of my playoff 11s in Atlanta.
You go in Atlanta, you might see a dude in some heels.
You'll see a lot in that line.
Real talk, shouty.
Real talk. So I'm gonna be you'll catch me in a club down in Atlanta, creeping on the lines and looking at y'all's shoes. You're probably gonna see a bunch of people that got like Gucci shoes on fucking payment plans. That's gonna be the reality of it. So I don't have any words of wisdom. Just love the people next to you, man. This world's crazy.
Oh, and shout out to Polos and Jays, Marcus and Mike. Unbox that. Hopefully y'all come back sooner than later. And we will see y'all. And I'm gonna send y'all out with this video from the J team. And if you have any outro videos you want to send, holler at us. We'll make it happen. Peace.
Yep.
Okay. In the history of time, there was a man determined to be great. With expectation.
Hey, yo, Pops, what in the world are you doing? Trying to keep my swag on, heat on my feet, sauce like a boss. It's too late to go outside now, but today, it's a good day. It's a good day.
I gotta say it was a good day.